gives me some money for this. I'm going to call an alcoholic now. I'm so stingy, I can't even buy my own alcohol. Mark, it looks like it's just being me. Anyway, I've had a bit of a stressful day, but I want to talk about resilience. Oh, Mark's gone. Shirley's here. Oh, we got it. Amber, hey. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, she's copping out doing videos because she keeps going live. Well, if I had my video footage that I was going to put up and all my other videos that I was going to put up, I wouldn't be doing lives, would I? No. The reason I'm doing lives is because I've up and I deleted all my videos. Not my YouTube videos. They're still there, obviously. No. Oh, no. All my videos on. I can smell rubbish. Anyway. It's probably the shit day I'm having. Resilience in the face of adversity. Is that the right word? Adversity? I should go back to school. I'll just get rid of that. If I disappear. Nope, I'm still here. So, the saga of the missing videos. They were not YouTube videos, well, they were obviously on my iPad. They were all my videos that I've downloaded and I've videoed, and holidays, mum, God knows what, kaput, deleted. So I've just been into Hamilton, which is the main city in Bermuda, and I've just visited 2 places, technical places. Not that you're frigging interested in all this, but I'm just sharing because this is how I heal. So, and they said I've got to go back on Monday because I'm supposed to be backing it up now, but the backup keeps going because the Wi-Fi is rubbish. And I've got to go back and get them sorted. Anyway, less of that. The more shit you go through in life, guys, the more you just think, oh, sod it. Lanky Tor, hello. I always just come on to moan. So, I have worked something out this morning. I got upset, as we do. I got teary, as you do. Because not only, people just say, you know, they're only videos, only photos, but if you lose, for instance, a dark and stormy, for instance, or a pair of glasses, it's annoying, but you can replace them. But we know, thank you for the thumbs up, whoever did that, but we know that when you lose photos and videos, it's like losing somebody, because it's a part of history that you seem to have lost. And that's one thing when people say, you know, what would you save if your house was on fire? Most people would say, you know, sometimes the kids, sometimes the husband, but mainly it's photographs and videos, because they're things that, oh, thank you, Tooth Dark. I've been upset all morning, so you don't want to see my eyes, because I felt like I was mourning. In fact, the last video I did, I kind of had to go because I was getting upset. Oh, Shirley, it's your birthday today. See, I've had so much going on this morning, I've not even noticed. I do apologise. Happy birthday, sweetheart. The more shit you go through in life, the more resilient you get. And what I did this morning is I just kept saying to myself, although I felt like somebody died and I felt like I'd lost those videos, I just kept saying to myself, no one's died, it's okay. And I was upset. I let myself get upset, and that's what we have to do that, I think, when we're going through something, when we're hurt, when we're going through narcissist abuse, or something's happened to us where we just want to cry our eyes out. You just got to do it. And I said to my friend, I said, let me cry. I said, I'm going to have a good cry and get it out of my chest, get it out of my system, because that's one thing that we need to do. And it's not, don't be afraid of crying. Don't be afraid of getting upset. Let it out, let it go, ride it. It's part of your body. It's something that your body has to do. So when you start crying, you think, oh my God, this is never going to stop. I'm going to feel this way forever. We know that we don't. We've been through so many things in life, and you've got over so many things in life. In the end, you start to get resilient towards these things. Exactly, Tooth Dark. And that is why I've come on, just to talk about that. And my channel is about talking about life. It's not about, I don't want to go onto Google and start just Googling stuff that's already out there. I want to talk about things that happen in life, because these things happen to everybody. Most people watching this now have lost something valuable in their lives. They've lost not only humans, obviously, but they've lost the videos, they've lost cameras that with footage of families, they've lost phones, and we've all lost iPads and phones, and it's the most heartbreaking thing. And I've cried this morning. Yes, Karen, it is so true, and we have to just be upset. said no amputee ever. Oh, Mark. There's always a fly in the ointment, isn't there? There's always one. So I cried and cried some more. I rung a few places up in Hamilton. I've wasted my whole day, hardly, going into Hamilton, driving around on my scooter, trying to get someone to fix. Yeah, I do try, and there's a few things. And do you know what I was doing this morning when this happened? And I'm going to blame a narcissist. A narcissist. Something happened that I was doing something, right? I was making a video about a narcissist. And then halfway through the video, it said full, storage full. And that's when I decided to start going into my footage to delete things. And that's when I fucked up. So I blame the narcissist, because it wasn't for the narcissist, I wouldn't be doing a video about him. I wouldn't have realised I was. But can I also say, when bad things happen in life, because you go down a route, and something bad will take you down a road. And I've always said, if that bad thing didn't happen, you wouldn't have gone down that road, and then something else will happen good. That if the bad hadn't happened, oh please, can you please be quiet? Thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't have gone down that road of badness, then the good thing that you bumped into or you found wouldn't be there. So I'm waiting for the good to happen that overrides the bad. Does that make sense? But every time something bad happens in your life, it's the bird is agreeing with me or ruining my bloody video. What have we got going on here? 10 people. Hello, 10 people. I'd love the 10 people to say hello. Even if you're trolls, just say hello. You troll me. That'll cheer me up. Oh, come on, someone troll me. Please call me. Oh, I tell you what, I learnt a new word the other day. Guys, seriously, right? I was being trolled on one of my videos, right? And I was called a toxic tard. I was gobsmacked, right? So I went to Google the toxic tard and I couldn't find anything. So I went back to the commenter and I said, what's a toxic? I said, I've Googled it, but I can't find it. And I said, did you mean toxic turd? I think that's probably what you meant. Then she came back and the troll said, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing, said, no, go Google it. So I Googled it again and I found a video called tard or something, and it actually said what a tard was. So I then linked that video to the troll's comment and said, wow, I found out what a tard is. Thank you so much for educating me today, because I didn't know what a tard was. I said, appreciate that. Every day is a school day. I'm going to use that word in my next video. So true to my word, I will shout out the toxic troll, who I think is a tard, but that's okay. But it's also not a nice thing, because I googled it. It wasn't a nice thing to call somebody anyway, but I learned something. So there you go. From a negative came a positive, that I actually have some more information in my head if it wasn't for that troll. Yes, Mark, I didn't know what. Well, that's common sense when you think about it now. Hindsight is a great thing. Now I can see what a tard is. But so big up to the troll that taught me a new word. Anyway, resilience, that's what we started with. I'm going to go into this more detail in videos, but I'm going to talk about, like, you know, empath warriors and empaths that are strong. And I'm going to toot my own horn, toot toot, and I'm going to put myself in that bracket, and I know a hell of a lot of people, hey Diane, that are strong. You know, empathic people, we're not weak. Empathic people are stronger than most. In fact, empathic people are stronger than any narcissist going, because narcissists hide their true self. They aren't brave enough to be themselves. They aren't brave enough to... For God's sake, you're back. Yeah, all right. Narcissists aren't brave enough to come out with who they really are, because they've got full of shame and they don't want criticising. So they will pretend to be somebody who is going to be liked by everybody, so they don't get criticised. Now, I don't really give a shit, excuse my language. 3 sips of dark and stormy and I'm anybody's. But we are resilient because empaths get attacked by narcissists. I'm sorry if I'm not reading the comments right now. And empaths have to put up with narcissists. We have dealt with toxic people because toxic people only go for empaths. They're not going to go for their own kind, are they? No. So what happens in the end is, although these people who are just joining the channel, who are just coming onto this community, they feel like life is not worth living. They are so weak, they're so vulnerable. When they get out and they cry and they get past this, because it will end, or it will slow down and end, they will be the strongest person ever. So narcissists are actually teaching us stuff. Narcissists are teaching us how to be little empathic warriors. And that's the thing. The more pain you go through in life. Mr. Gigi, where have you been all my life? Hello, sweet pea. How are you, sweetie? I'm just talking about all sorts, as usual. So what I'm trying to say is that empathic people, when you get to a certain point in your life where you've been through so much, nothing matters anymore. Yes, there is a lot of narcissists designing these technical things, I can tell, honestly. Bring back the 80s. We never had this in the 80s. But we're resilient. Empathic people who get targeted by toxic people, whether it be narcissists or what, we gain so much strength, and we have to gain so much strength. We have to stay in these channels, and we have to keep learning. And I don't just mean about learning about narcissism, learning also about the community that the narcissism is being taught in, because I'm not making myself the bloody channel police or anything like that, but when you've been around narcissism for a long time, you get like a narc dar. You also get an empath dar. You can tell who the empaths are, you can tell who the narcs are. When you're first in this arena, it's very hard to tell who's who because you haven't got the education, and it's why I say education is power. But you get like an empath dar, and you can tell who the empaths are, and you can tell who the narcs are. And I did do a video on this morning. This is one of the videos that got deleted, so I will be starting to do this again. It's only through education and strength, and the fact that you get the information, and that you can see these people and you can understand. I now can see who, there's a grey area, and there's a feeling of certain people that you tend to start gaining, and you can tell who's who. I think it's called your narc dar or your empath dar. Yeah, and trying to convince newbies, it's like somebody said, you know, if I told them when they start dating their girlfriend that the girlfriend was, I would obviously say narcissist, they wouldn't understand it, but a toxic person, you're going to say no, because firstly you haven't got the information, you don't know what toxicity looks like, you don't know what a narcissist is, and you just see this person that loves you. But when you're educated, when you're further on down the road, and when you've dealt with so many toxic people in your life, I'm just reading your things and I'm going, yes. Yes, Mr. Gigi, absolutely. That's why I do like doing lives, because people comment on things that I don't actually realise. So I get other people's opinions and other people's input whilst I'm doing my lives, and it's really, really interesting. No! Oh my God, now my battery's low. No! I've gone, oh, with thumb. I had my bloody thumb over the screen, and I thought technology had beat me again. Let me just, I'm not going to have to plug myself in, aren't I? Now there's a saying I never thought I'd ever say. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've got to go into the dark. Don't look around. Don't look at the ceiling, because I need to tidy up. I need to tidy up. Oh my God. No, my bed's not even made. That was me this morning when I was miserable because I'd lost all my footage. Just keep looking at the ceiling, guys, and not my face. Oh my God, my hair's a bit flat, isn't it? It's called helmet hair. It's not very good for your look. You take your helmet off and my God, don't you look, what am I doing? You don't look very good. Right, I need to plug that in here. Sorry guys, just bear with me for a few minutes. I'm sure I was fussy about my lives and everything else. Hang on. So we're being plugged in slowly. Prepare yourself. Be prepared, Val. That's it. Prepare yourself for your lives. How long is this going to reach? Is it going to reach to my seat? Is it? Very humid today. Ugh. Hello again, people. Sorry, I'm just plugging myself in. If it starts to buzz, I do apologise, because apparently that's what it sometimes does when you do lives and starts making a noise. That's not really good, is it? It's not long enough. Oh, just about. There we go. So, yeah. anybody that's watching this that goes through absolute hell, just remember that when you get to the other side, cry, go through, ride the pain, ride the sadness, ride the emotion, ride the loss. You have to ride it. Let it happen. And when you get through to the other side, you will have realised you've learned something from it. It strengthens you somehow. It's like, I'm trying to think of it saying, you know, when somebody's, if you're given like a medicine, you're continuously, your body kind of creates immunity to it. After a while, I think that's what happens. You tend to, your resilience is like an immunity. It's like built up muscle that can deal with all the shit and the stress that's going on in your life. Because that, you know that if you've been through it once, you've been through it twice, you've been through it 10 times even, and you've got through it each single time, the next time it happens, you think, do you know what? These feelings are here. I've got to ride them because I know there is going to be an end result to this. Hello, Gaslit. Is it Shannon? That's what someone said. It was, your name is Shannon, sweetie. I'm sorry if I just keep calling you Gaslit. We're just talking about resilience. And you know about resilience because I know you've had a bit of a tough time recently. I hope you don't mind me mentioning it. It's on video, so Shannon, yeah. Hey, sweetie. Hope you're feeling better. I'm just talking about resilience. When we get down and when we go through hell and when we get to the point where we don't see any outcome, and when we do get to that outcome, we look back and think, wow. But you always gain something from it. You gain a strength from it somehow, and you gain that resilience. So when I lost my videos this morning, I cried my eyes out like a little child because I felt like I'd lost. Oh, did you delete it, honey? Okay, well, you got a lot of support, and we all go through it. We all go through these things. We can't be perfect the whole time. And when we do go through things that make us look like knobheads or idiots, learn from it. If you get to the point where you're upset and you're drinking your darkest stormies, you know, when you get the other side, look back. And I want you to all look back at what brought you to that point. What made you get to the point where you were on the floor sobbing and you didn't feel like there was any future. You didn't feel like there was anything. Look back and think to yourself, what made me get that way? Because if you don't address that, if you don't look at what made you sit on that floor and sob and think life is over, I don't want to be here. And when you get over it, again, sorry, I'm repeating myself, if you don't address it, it will happen again. But at least if you address it, you look at it and you can see what it is, and you think, right, I know what that is. I know what that makes me feel like that. So if it happens again, firstly, I know I'll get through it because I have this time. But let's not even go through it again. Let's look at it and let's think, what can I fix? Now, Shannon, we need to look at your channel, sweetheart. We need to, I need to help you. So you need to email me. We need to get, you know, get you sorted, sweets. You see, Karen, you do, we all do. And that's the thing, is that it strengthens us, but it also teaches us so much. I've learned so much. Now, again, when I say something bad happens, there's always something good after it. If I hadn't have met Stumpy, I miss saying that name. If I hadn't have met Stumpy, I wouldn't have met half of you nice people. There's only half of you nice people. The other half is pretty crap. But, you know, I wouldn't have... I'd like to know who I'd be. Wouldn't it be interesting to know who we would be? Would we be a better person for not knowing the narcissist? Or are we a better person now for having known the narcissist? What do you think, guys? I think I'm probably a better person because, for starters, I know that I'm more patient with people. I tend to listen to different sides of the story. I listen to opinions because not all opinions are someone trying to dissuade you in what you think. An opinion is, to me, I see it as, my opinion is one-sided. I see something flat. Someone else's opinion comes along and they show me this side. Somebody else's opinion comes along and they show me this side. So something suddenly that in my mind was just a flat, one-sided thing suddenly turns into, like, is it 3D? I'm crap, aren't I? It turns into something that you can look at it from different sides and you think, oh my God, yes. So if anyone gives you an opinion, don't just block it out. Just think, do you know what? You're absolutely right. Thinking about that, I still believe in mine. I still have my opinion, but I can see your side of it, because we all look at things from a different point of view, because we've got a different history, we've got a different life. We project our insecurities, our triggers, our thoughts onto what we see. So trying to get somebody to change their opinion is like trying to change their history. So God, I'm on one today. I've got a bit of a sweat on, guys. It's really quite warm. I went fishing again last night. I've lost all my holiday videos as well. I'm hoping I can get them back, because I was putting a nice video together for you. I don't see many comments. What's going on? Have you all left me? Drinking my beer on my own. Right, I'm going to have a look through what you've all been saying. Okay. Tooth Doc. You mentioned somebody's name then. I saw a name mentioned. That's the person I was talking about this morning when I lost all my videos. Let me just scroll back. Diana, yeah. Do you know what though? A lot of people don't mind watching anybody. And I've done a video on this. I'm not going to cover it too much on here, because otherwise my video is pretty worthless. If you don't mind where you get your information from, and you don't give a shit whether it's from, HT Tudor, Backnin, because you know that they are narcissists, because they're self-proclaimed. When you watch other people, and you're watching somebody who you think is a victim or a survivor, you think is an empath, and you think, some people might not really care. Some people go, well, I don't really care if I'm getting information, I don't care who it's from. But I would like to know if that person is really the empathic person, or are they just pretending? Some people don't care, and this is what my videos are about. And there's a lot of people who don't really give a shit. But for the people that do, they need the information. And when you're watching videos, think about it. Think about who you're getting the information off, and would it bother you if they're narcissists? Because there's so many out there now. I don't want to keep going on. But it's no point in just covering the narcissists outside, in our life, outside of YouTube, and then coming into YouTube and you're getting like, I'm going off on one again, aren't I? You need to see the grey areas. You need to know what a fake empath looks like. And that's kind of what I want to do a few videos on recently, which is what I was working on this morning when I went and lost all the flipping videos. Because I would like to know who's talking. If someone's portraying themselves as an empath survivor and they're not, it would annoy me. I wouldn't just say, oh, it doesn't matter, I've got some good information off them. Because as an abuse victim, I would no way want to be giving anybody my time or my view or my sub if I knew that they were the same freaking person that put me in the position in the first place. Excuse me. Okay, Tooth Doc. Hope you're seeing all this. I will be seeing it, and I'm scrolling back now, because I'll tell you what happens. And people that watch lives is the comments go, but after about 5 or 6 they disappear, and then they disappear altogether. What you're going to do is tap the screen to make them appear again. So if people are chatting and you don't keep tapping the screen like I'm trying to do now, and I've lost them all, that you miss them. So I apologise if I do miss any. But Tooth Doc, I'm actually just going to scroll back. I'm just going to scroll back to check anybody's, not just yours, because I'm missing so many here. Sorry guys, if I go quiet for a minute, just talk amongst yourselves. I can't multitask. I can't talk, hold an iPad and read messages at the same time. When you're a troll, that's a compliment. Yes, I love trolls. Is there any trolls here today? Any trolls watching, or narcissists watching? Put your tuppence worth in. Yeah, turn lemons into lemonade. Mark, you were blessed to never know what a tard is until now. Thankful for that. Yeah, exactly. I learn. So this is all about learning. I love learning. Yeah, they seem to know about. See, a lot of the time, trolls who call you names like that they've obviously been called it themselves, and they're just passing it on. So the only reason that troll knew about the word tard is probably because he's been called. Actually, well, the picture was of a pretty lady. It's probably because they've been trolled by that themselves. So they're projecting what they've been told onto themselves, onto others. See, you've got to start reframing stuff and looking at stuff in a different angle. We need to start looking at life at a different angle. Because it's like, for instance, people that go on a diet. It's not just a case of eating good food for a week and then going back to it. It's a way of life. We have to do a way of life. Thank you, Gigi. Did I just see lots of thumbs up then? It's a way of life. So there's no good learning all this crap. Well, it's not crap, do you know what I mean? Learning all this stuff and then going back to what we were and forgetting it all. It's a way of life. We have to start looking at people like that, okay? That's how we start looking at people, on a different angle. We need to see them from a different side. We need to look at them. Are they an empath? Would that person be bullied? Does that person look like an empath? Do they sound like an empath? Do they act like an empath? Are they speaking like an empath? Because after a while your empath dial will kick in and you'll know what an empath sounds like, because it's like you're in the same group, so you know, it's like you know who each of them are. I've lost my gist now. Forgot what I was talking about. Yes, Davey, yeah. Yes. That's who made me lose my videos, because that's who I was talking about this morning, and I'm not afraid to talk about him again, and I will do. I'm not going to say too much on this because I'm saving it for my video when I get round to it. Tooth Doc, you're completely right. And do you know what? I don't, as you probably noticed if you've watched my videos in the past, I'm not scared of naming people or outing people, especially if I have proof. I like to have a lot of proof first, and also my proof now is my gut. My gut was never proof, but after a while, now, I'll be honest, this is something else we need to remember. In the past, we didn't believe our guts because we wanted to believe what was in front of us. We wanted to believe that everybody's nice. But we realised that person, time after time after time, turned out to be exactly what we thought. Our gut was right. So now, what we've learned is we start listening to our gut. And my gut is telling me something about that person. And I now go to my gut, which is getting bigger by the day, because exactly, intuition, insight as well is another thing. Intuition, it's all something you gain, and we have to not just learn about information. There's channels out there that give information. There's the grey area. There's reading between the words, between the lines. There's looking at exactly what they're saying and how they're saying it. And are they saying it from a point of view as a narcissist? Are they saying it from an empath? Are they giving you insight? Are they talking about themselves? Are they talking about themselves in a third party? You know, there's ways that these people do things, and you've got to start looking and reading them, reading their words, reading it, not just listening to their information, because it's just no, we can't ignore the red flags. And you know what? I'm going to say this now. I am going to do a few more videos on people in this community that I think are narcissists, and I probably, my gut's telling me they are, and I don't give a toss. I'm not going to swear. I don't care, because I am not here to please the narcissists. I'm not here to make friends with, you know, if there's 100 people watching my channel and 50% are narcissists, I'm not going to make a video where I just want to gain 100 views from all of them, or I want to gain 100 subs from all. I'd rather just I'd rather offend 50 people who are narcissists and only gain the 50 people who are watching me, if that can make any sense to anybody at all. I don't care how small my channel is. I just want the people to sub to me who want the truth. I don't want to sit on the fence and appeal to the what's the word I'm looking for? Appeal to the majority? Appeal to the... You know what I mean. No, I'd rather just say my thing and not care if I offend. And the only people that I offend are narcs, trolls, toxic people, and fake YouTube life coaches. Okay, I know. Tooth Doc, you've got your narc dart and your empathy dart going on well there. I can see. That's what I want to start going into. We can watch videos about gaslighting and about no contact and about BPD till the cows come home, because there's thousands of videos out there, but there's a niche. And I'm not trying to make subs from a niche or make money from a niche, or like these people that come onto YouTube, to the narcissists, that they see a niche and they go for it. I just think there's a niche there that we need to look at, and it's to see the difference between a narcissist. Life coaches, we can learn off them, not just the information that they're giving us. We can learn off their attitude, off the way they speak, off what they say and what they do. And there's so much information there, and we're just looking at it from that side. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, we want to see it from all sides. And this is why I like different people's opinions, because I've learnt to not do that to people's opinions, to go, my God, I still believe what I said, but what you said's really interesting too. And that's really, and it makes a flat, that's the word, one-dimensional thing that you're seeing into three-dimensional. Is that the right word? Oh God, no, we need to be careful. What was that? Not to be mean to people. I don't want to be mean to people, but there's that fine line between being mean to a narcissist to save survivors. If I'm going to have to be nice to a narcissist, not say something whilst the survivor's getting hurt by this person, by me not speaking up, then I'm sorry, but if it makes me mean, it makes me toxic. If I'm a toxic empath, malignant empath, I don't know. That's what I'm going to have to do. Yeah, you do become mean being around, but you see, that meanness you've got to then tweak to make it out like, right, okay, that was me using it's reactionary abuse. That was me using my reaction as a tool to help myself. It was a it's gone. It's protective tool, isn't it? It's protecting yourself, but use it only when you need to. And that's the difference. This is what I want to talk about, is that if I do get mean, I'm using my meanness for a reason. I'm using my meanness because my meanness to a narcissist is probably going to save a lot more people that might not realise something. Oh, I got a double chin. Do I need to hold it up a little bit? What an egotistical narcissist I can be. So there's a fine line. Yes, hi little kitty. But that is now where we have to start thinking about everything. I got a comment the other day about one of my videos. It was about me, my karma video, when I was taking the mick out of my ex, and I start my video with a little party hat on. I'm going, doo, 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 and I'm saying things about him, and but this person said something like, you're being mean to the narcissist, you're taking the mickey out of him, and I can't remember how she worded it. I should have had it up here and I could have got into more detail. But what I came back with was, that was it. She said, you're giving him supply. Firstly, that person I was talking about wouldn't really be watching the videos, and if he was, I don't care, because if I give that one person supply and he can gobble up and get off on his supply for as long as he likes, but making that video, if I can help or even just show 5 people that karma does happen, and when it does happen, celebrate it like I did in that video, then it doesn't matter, because there's 5 people that you would never have helped from that one. Can you talk? I know you understand me. You're getting to understand me slowly. But I said, I don't care if he gets supply. I'm not going to take the video down or not have done the video in the first place. He can have his supply. I don't care. And this is the same thing about my videos. As long as the gain is on the side of the support, and the gain is on the side of the survivors, and they're gaining more than the narcissist, I'm quite happy. If I'm going to do a video where, hopefully, some people might think this, no one gains at all except the narcissist, then I'll think twice about it. I think I'm waffling on and having a clue what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's see what's been going on. I'm going to go through all these afterwards, you know, and if I do see something that, if you write something in here and I don't reply to it, I'm going to reply underneath. So just pop back after a day or so, because I will have replied underneath. I've just been bitten by a mosquito or something that's biting me. Narcissist fly. Sorry, I'm not good at reading bloody messages here. Who else is here? Right, sorry, I'm looking through this again. Mark, who's got nostril hair? I've got nostril hair. I plucked them out the other day, I shouldn't have. Diana, oh, you have a beautiful face. Thank you. I'm presuming that's aimed at me. How presumptuous of me. I keep losing me thingy where I am. Sorry, I've gone quiet. Tooth dark. I've just seen some at Valley's my fave. Yay! Thank you, sweetie. Oh, what's happened? Oh, sorry, I thought I'd lost all the things again. Sorry guys, I can't read and talk. Hi Val, I agree with Joe Lorenz. Nicole, what that about the bit that makes us, if we're nasty to narcissists, so even if it gains, let's think about this, so even if I'm nasty to a narcissist, it makes me look nasty. Not nasty, I'm not going to be nasty to a narcissist, but do you know what I mean, like exposing one or calling one out. Okay, that's cool, because I mean that's another side of it, that's an opinion, that's another side, which is fine. I'll look at it and I'll work on that. It doesn't really change how I feel, but I can see your point, because we all have our opinions. But no, my thought on that, and again this is where we kind of all have to meet somewhere in the middle and say great, this is why empaths get on a lot better than narcissists, because we can see each other's point of view and we can, you know, work it through in our heads. If I feel that there's more going to gain from shouting out and saying something about a narcissist, even if it is pretty nasty, but there's nasty and then there's nasty. I mean, it depends on what level of nasty you're talking about. But if people are going to actually benefit from it, I'm going to be nasty, sorry. No, I'm sorry, I will be nasty to a narcissist. I think when you've been through so much pain, and I don't care if people look at you and go, oh, you know, you're acting up and you shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that. It's like everybody's pain is their own pain, and everybody's past and everybody's hell has been their own hell. And if just being nasty to one narcissist makes you feel better, I'll be nasty to a narcissist. Yep. No, I'm just looking through again. Political correctness is a form of bullying. I don't understand that. You're going to have to be a bit more. I'm a bit thick today. Political correctness is a form of bullying. Political correctness is a form of bullying. I don't understand how that is, but I'd like... No, I'm not. So if I... Political correctness to me is... I'm trying to think of how to... Oh my God, see now I'm actually stumped. Isn't that being polite? Isn't political correctness... Political correctness is a good thing, isn't it? Sometimes I can't get my head around things. You know when you say a word like 10 times in a row, it doesn't seem to make sense anymore. Does anybody do that? There's something in that. I'll work on that one. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm looking into something too hard and my brain's word salading it. You're not allowed to criticise Goliath groupers anymore, so they can get away with the worse than murder, basically. Gotta read everything 3 times, me. Guys, it's Alzheimer's. My dad had Alzheimer's, bless him. And I'm sure that's what I'm getting because I forget so much. Okay, scrolling back. We were conditioned to think being empathic is gay. Now narcissistic homosexuals bully folks who have different opinions. I'm going to have to think about these questions. They're very in deep. This just shows my stupidness off today, you know that? That's another thing, going live, it leaves you bare to, you know, stupid is that stupid does, because when you don't understand something, or you can't even read, or you come across like a nut, it shows. But it would be very interesting if more narcissist life coaches went live, because you'd see their true colours then, wouldn't you? But they wouldn't be able to keep it up, would they, because the mask would drop. And also, if they got criticised, they couldn't smile through it. They'd have to say something. Oh, we should put some cushions in these seats. Look, still no hammock. I only came here for the hammock. There's no bloody hammock. David never goes live, no. See, these people are too polished. Have you noticed? No, don't dish it out, absolutely. I'm getting that here. Don't dish it out unless you can take it too. I'm hoping that I can learn to take it, and I am actually learning. I think hopefully nobody's ever really, and I've never done this, so when I say hopefully no one's ever seen me, because I've never done it, so they wouldn't have seen me, get angry with anybody in the comments. So when people troll me, I actually am very polite to them. I might write something to them, but then after a while, if they keep writing back, which they do, I'll say thank you very much for the funny conversation, have a good day. I never am. I have learned to accept everything that hurts me, but not everything that hurts everybody else. I think that's the thing. You can hurt me till the cows come home, but when I see you hurting other people, that upsets me. Mr. Gigi, what were you just saying? I missed that. They say if you see 7 out of 10 signs, then you're dealing with a covert or a covert. No, in most cases, if you see at least 2 and they're repetitive, yeah, forget that, then get the hell out. I just think if we all have a template, and this is what I've talked about in one of my very, very earlier videos. My template, if you don't fit inside it, if you do something that's just on the outside of my template, which is now I've realised is a boundary, because in my first video I hadn't a clue what I was talking about, but I just used different words for it, so I used to call it a template. If you don't fit within my template, and my what's the word, what the hell am I talking about? Spectrum, that's it. Filter. My filter for knobs is way up high. You lie to me once and you're gone. Where some people don't mind being lied to a few times, I'll give them a break. Some people just either can't see the lies or accept the lies, or will lie back. You know, everybody's different. Real talk. Well, the thing is, somebody said the other day, and I don't know who said it, that it was a really good comment. Something about victims of narcissism don't know that much about narcissism. We talk in our own language, whereas narcissists know everything. So I think a lot of these videos, I want you to put in the videos, when people are talking about narcissism, right, if they're saying them, they, put the word I, change it. I want you to do that for me. Oh, bomb's gone numb. When they're saying they do this, narcissists will do that, and they, in your head, every time they say the word they, I think it's they, it's a word that's not themselves. Just take the they and put the word I, and do you know what? It's so interesting to watch, because then they'll say things like, you know, I gaslight. It literally is funny. I watched a video one day of a lady. We won't go into detail. This lady's not been around for a while. I wonder where she's at. Anyway, and I actually did the same thing. I took away the they. When she was talking about the other person being a narcissist, I put the word I in, and my God, it was eye-opening. Eye-opening. So do that. Just do it. Come back to me and see what you think, because that's the easiest thing to do. Is you can tell something and you can just change the words. But the difference between some people talk like they've been to hell and back. If you're going to talk about a really bad experience, it's in your voice, it's in your heart, it comes across. You use words that aren't, that you just make up in your head because it's the only way you can describe an experience. But these people that come across, they're so polished. They talk about their abuse with like a glazed look, completely. And I'm like, well, where's your pain in your eyes? Where, if you're a survivor of an empath, why aren't you looking like it? This is what I kind of mean. Sorry, I've gone off on one again. I'm just looking through what you said again. Karen, what you... Okay, I'll come back to that one. Mr. Gigi, do you think I'm strange? I know I'm strange. That's the difference. Is I know I'm fucked up. But I use my fucked upness in a positive way. That's how, because most empathic people have been through narcissist abuse. We're all fucked up in our own little way. But if you accept that and you can see why you fucked up, and then you can pass that on. I'm fucked up because of this, and this. So don't you do that. That's wrong, because otherwise you'll end up like me. That's how I come across. That's why I want to not teach, because that's not the right word. I want to help people understand that broken's good. Drink dark and stormy more often, guys. It's making my mouth flow. We all talk differently, and I think the narcissists talking about narcissism do it so smoothly and so rehearsed, whereas when you've got a victim talking about narcissism, they stutter, they get stressed on words, they can't explain themselves, they haven't got the words to go on in here. Is that we have the pain in our heads, and we have the abuse in our heads, but we haven't got the words to explain it. You just... Did I see a nice comment off you, Gigi? Oh, bless you, sweetie. Thank you so much. I do know that you used to be on someone else's channel. I won't throw you in the deep end there, but I'm hoping that maybe you've seen a little bit of what I've seen and what's happened and stuff, but I won't go there. But thank you for that lovely compliment. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that people have been to hell and back. We don't have the words to describe it, so we start using really strange words and stuff. But I don't see any empath in a lot of people on YouTube, and that's what we need to look at. Look at people. Do they look like an empath? Do they act like a victim? Or do they look like the person who would victimize that person? Think of one or two people that I'm talking about and think, who the hell would victimize them and get away with it? And would they put up with it? That's it. Hey Pam, how are you, sweetie? Pam was trying to support me before when I was crying because of my videos. It's nice to be able to gang up together against the Narc Alliance and hear like this. It's a negative positive there, sweetie. Gang up. I hope that's let's reframe that to having a conversation. Yeah, see? Things can be taken so out of context. I know you did the Super Mario. I was going to say, Mr. Gigi, I don't... That's what I'm talking about. We describe our abuse in the ways that only we could describe it, because we've been there. A lot of narcissists describe their abuse from... It gets me so angry. From Google, or they describe their abuse in a way that if you turned it... Again, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to mention names. You probably know who we're talking about. And it's not that person. Oh, God, I need to get to grips with the people I gossip about. This person was talking about their abuse, but they were talking about it in a way that was just weird. And it's as if they were talking, it's like, again, if you swap the I, the we, and the thems around, you can create a scenario that makes more sense. Some people will talk about abuse or abuse, let's say, by their girlfriend. But what they're actually talking about is the abuse of their girlfriend. So they could be talking about, oh, well, you know, she was on this dating site looking really pretty. You'll know who I'm talking about now. And then she hurt me, and then she did this. Now, if you turn them words around, it was, I was on a dating site looking really handsome. I did this and I did that. Twist it around, and then you get the truth. Twist it around. Narcissists talking about their abuse. They're describing what they've done, not what they've been through, because the wording is different. If you're an empath and you've been through abuse, your wording is in a certain way. And this is what I'm saying about, I'm going to do a video on red flags of a fake empath. We're all looking for red flags of narcissists, but we don't look at the red flags of a fake empath. And when they're describing their abuse, they're describing the abuse they've done, not the abuse they've had. Why do I keep doing this? Sorry. I keep coming up with these little weird things in my head. Oh, guys. Thank you for supporting me. Can I just say that? You are a cool person, but it's a wonderful thing texting you in this channel, and beautiful to be with a like-minded person no matter what. That's what I'm saying, yellow guy, right? Because you have an empath dar. You have an empath dar, and you can tell, because it's like we've all been through the same. It's a hard thing to describe. When you're in the same group, that dar picks up on things that it wouldn't anywhere else. And I think narcissists have a narcissist dar. They can pick up their own. They can pick up who's a narcissist and who's not, and that's why they don't date. A lot of them don't date narcissists, because a narcissist can have their narc dar. If a narcissist, okay, let's start this again. It's a good job this is 50 friggin' 3 minutes. If a narcissist picks up another narcissist who's love bombing, that narcissist is loving that, love bombing that person, and that narcissist is loving that, love bombing that person. I think their narc-dar kicks in and thinks, hey, hang on a minute, whoa, you're one of us, aren't you? Oh, sorry, mate. I'm batting for the wrong team here. Can you see what I mean? And I'm saying that's why I offend a lot of people in my channel, because I offend the narcissists. No narcissist is going to attack another narcissist. And that's why in my past 2 years, I was attacked by people, because they wouldn't attack another narcissist, because they know the narcissist's tricks, and they would not want their own tricks played back on them. So they would leave a narcissist alone. And I know 2 narcissists that leave each other alone, and I have left each other alone. I've actually made videos about it. But no narcissist is going to keep on attacking somebody. And you might think, well, you attacked them. It's like, yeah, but I did it with proof, okay? That's why I'm sticking up for myself there. But we all have DARs, and I think with education, knowledge, insight, our DARs kick in. And empaths can see empaths, narcs can see narcs. And after a while, the people who've been watching the right people in this community and learning the right things will be able to see a narcissist from a mile away. But until you've healed, until you've got to that point, you're very vulnerable to people. And that's why I do my channel, guys, because the people who are new to the community, you know, us oldies who've been around a long time, we need to support each other, you know. And the reason that I am strong is because I've got more resilient. I've been through shit. I think sometimes people who've been through the worst shit in their lives are the strongest people on this fucking planet. Excuse my language. And they deserve to be able to stand up and support other people as well. Because I don't really give a toss now. I did at first when I got smeared by you know who, when I got attacked and cyber stalked and you name it. On my mother's life, and I will never say, and I've always said this before, on my mother's life, I would never say something that was untrue. And that was horrendous. But that has given me strength, so thank you. Thank you to those two people that stalked, harassed, smeared me, defamed me, slandered me, went around telling the world that I was every disorder going. Can I just say thank you? Thank you, because you are another lesson in my life, and you have taught me more than any narcissist, and I've learned so much from you. So can I just give you a big fucking thumbs up? Kim and David, thank you so much for educating me, because I'm a bigger, better fucking person from it. Said my piece, thank you very much. And they'll be watching this at some point, I'm sure. I should drink dark and stormy more often. I'm going to have to take some home for every video. Put a little dark and stormy advert. Well, it's true, hun, you know, it's true. This is why when you get to your rock bottoms, and you know, you've been there, when you get out of your rock bottoms and you're getting back up again, you think, fuck, I've learned something. I don't care. And I think the only way you know when you've healed is when you can say that. Because people say to me, how do you know when you've healed? And I don't think you ever really heal, because you always need that 1% of damage to keep you strong and to remind you where you've come from. But when you get to the point where you can say, I don't care anymore, I don't care, I really don't care, I think that's when you've healed. Guys, I've been talking 57 minutes. I don't like doing no more than an hour. Oh, Karen, that's horrendous. F frenzy Val. Yeah, I had an F frenzy. F in this and F in that. It's just... Do you know what? It's been a pretty crappy day today, because I've lost my videos this morning. I've been crying this morning. I've been in Hamilton in shops trying to get my data back. I go back home on Tuesday and I don't want to leave because it makes me sad. So not only am I sad because I've lost my videos and I'm stressed with that, I'm also sad because it's Saturday afternoon and I go back to England on Tuesday, and I love it here. I've started to get Bermuda. Oh, tell you what thing, I'm selling fishing rods. Can you believe that? Okay, this is hilarious. I was going to go, but I might as well tell you this story. Whilst I was fishing down, God knows where I was fishing, Evans Bay, a lady came up to me who was sat in the car. She goes, excuse me, where do you get your fishing rod? And I said, oh, I bought it from the UK. Can I buy it off you before you leave? I might have mentioned this before, actually. I actually broke it, though, by accident. So I did give it to her for free, because I said the top is a bit broken off, but if you can fix it. She said, when are you coming back next? I said, next year. She said, can you bring some more? She's got a few friends that want one. So I'm literally I'm going to open a shack on the beach. Fishing rods! Don't slam, the door's going to slam and I haven't got the key. I'm going to be locked out, because that is all I need, guys, is to be locked out. You know, I've got no videos, got me dark and stormy, and then I get locked out of my apartment because the door slams shut. I got warned about this when I first came in. So doomed. I've actually called Mrs. Doomed in my what is it now? MOT place, the garage that fixed my car. They've got my name. It doesn't say Val Steele, it says Mrs. Doomed. Literally, get paperwork off them. It's got Mrs. Doomed at the top of it. That's okay. I accept that. See, if you can accept your failures, and that's the difference between us and narcissists. We accept our failures. Narcissists won't, and that's why they turn into who they do, because they cover them up. They stick them down deeper and deeper and deeper inside. I'll air my weirdness. So 9 thumbs up, 11 people. Not saying anything else. She's asking for thumbs up. She's a narcissist. Did you see her ask for thumbs up? That's a narcissist trait. again. So that's why I love going lives now, because we can all share our experience in the chats. I used to, when I started lives, try to do lives about, it would be called gaslighting, or be called, I couldn't concentrate because I was just all over the place. And I just think, do you know what? Not only do we need information, we need fun. We need a laugh, we need a place to get together, we need to chat, we need to drink dark and stormies, talk about videos being lost, and just share experiences and find somewhere. So that's what my channel is. So anybody that wants to join me for a chat anytime they like, I love replying to my comments underneath the videos. We all blossom in our own ways, and I might not blossom by being the cleverest, the most educated on narcissism, but what I am educated on in narcissism is the role of being a victim. I'm not a victim now, but I was. And that's what I have that narcissists don't have, and narcissists that have all this great information, fantastic, yet fill your boots with information. But the difference, but what empaths and victims of abuse really need is support from people who have been there, empathic people who are going to help from their own side, not from the opposite side. And like I say, if that's my little side that I blossom in, I'm gonna go with what I'm good at, because I'm not good at many things. I didn't crash the boat. Oh, I did crash the boat, didn't I? That's a lie. I bumped into another boat. But that's a story I'll go into another time. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got another thumbs up, guys. Hey, I've got 14 people and 10 thumbs up. The ratio's a bit out, but that's okay. I'll be asking to send me money next, and I'll be making toxic-free mugs. Now there's something. Who wants a toxic-free mug? Yeah, the narc hammock got taken down. I also was told I couldn't go on my boat. That's another story. But life is shit, and we just bat it away and learn. Guys, should I go now? Gaslit, would you drink out of a toxic-free mug or a toxic-free t-shirt? No, you see, I don't like that. It's funny to make fun of, but no. I'm not here. You know what payment I enjoy is reading something that I've helped somebody. That's it. It is lovely here. I've got a video to put together, but again, half the fucking footage, sorry, I lost this morning. I hope I can get it back. I cried like a baby. I sobbed. Pam, are you there? Did I sob? Was I sobbing on your messenger shoulder? I was sobbing. I was crying. I felt like I'd lost. Just lost. You see, I actually mentioned Andy, if he's probably disappeared, or if he got bored of me, he was going to come over. I said, yeah, come over, have a meet up. This one will work. Oops, did I say that aloud? Ooh, sometimes my brain gets to the face and out the mouth before there's a filter. I don't filter my words, it just comes out, which is, sometimes I should. But if you've got no harm inside, you don't really have to filter your words. It's only if this is what narcissists do, it's only if you're poisonous in here, do you have to filter what comes out of here. If you're a good person, you shouldn't have to filter your words, because there shouldn't be any bad words coming out that need filtering. Stupidity perhaps, but that's about it. Okay. You dirty deleter, lol. Southern Mom, hello. How about drama free? Still haven't got a name for my fishing channel that I haven't started up yet, but anyway, that's another story. Would you buy a mug? I'd drink out of a mug. I might get one. Oh my god, can I get one done for me, so that when I come on lives I can sit with my toxic free mug? What about a toxic free t-shirt then, guys? Huh? I think I could ask somebody where they make. I think I know somebody who knows where you can get designer personalised t-shirts. Stop. Stop. Do you know what? If a white van pulls up in a minute and the neighbours have suddenly got me like some friends with a little white jacket that zips up at the back with can hug yourself, then I'm in trouble, because I think they're going to be thinking I'm talking to myself. Sometimes I do. Oh shit, now look, you see. Oh look, I switched around by accident then. You can see my snorkels, which is broken because it narcissist snorkel, guys, because I actually went snorkeling and next minute water's in my mouth, so they're leaking. Even the snorkel hates me. Yellow guy, you're welcome anytime. I hope you've given me a sub. I don't care for asking, but I'd like you to sub, because if I put any more daft videos up, you're welcome to. You'll get a notification and you can pop on and say hey. So hey, do you know what? So nice to know people would like a mug toxic free. You'll have to do it yourself, because I'm not doing it. Too narcissistical. Hey guys, listen, I've got better things to do than talk to you lot. I'm on holiday. What the hell am I doing sat in the shade talking to you lot? I could be fishing. I've fished every single day, and all I've eaten is fish. Don't say anything. Okay. Do you know what? I might just get one. I'll be honest. I'm going to surprise you one day. I'm actually going to get myself a toxic free t-shirt with my face on it. Do you think that would be a huge piss take on myself? See, the thing is, I would do that as a piss take, but people that do it, they don't realise it looks absolutely fucking ridiculous. I'm going to say that now because I'm opinionated. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just my opinion. I would wear a toxic free t-shirt to take the piss out of myself. But people that wear t-shirts with mottos on don't realise they do it very seriously, and they mean it in a serious way, which is actually no, I would do it to take the piss out of myself. There's a difference. That's a difference between just whatever. You know where I'm coming from. So I'm just reading a messenger. Do you know what, guys? At least you cheered me up. I was so down this morning, and I really hope that on Monday, before I finish, I'm just going to go over what happened. On Monday, I'm supposed to be backing this up. He said it could take a day or so. So he said go back in on Monday, and he said he can see something. There's a file there, but he said I'm going to try and get it and see if that's the videos, because I'm gutted. I'm gutted. But the one thing that I say is when something like that happens, and this is what I do, I reframe. I do try and be positive. I am a very positive person, although I'm very mouthy and very opinionated, and you know, I am a very positive person. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm also a very forgetful person. If anything happens, okay, I always say nobody's died, and it sounds quite dramatic, but, and I want you to do this, if you lose your mobile phone and you feel devastated, or even like this morning when I lost 133 videos, which is devastating in itself. I've still got my mum, even though the videos were of my mum that I've lost, which is quite sad. Okay, that was strange. See what happens? It's there. I want you to think of somebody who you've still got with you and compare it. Would you rather have your effing mobile phone, or your mum, or your dad, or your husband, or your kids? Because that's what it comes down to in the end, guys. Life is life. I've lost videos of my mum, of my dad. Oh, but my dad's not with me anymore. but I think there's a lot more of them on my computer when I get home, so that makes me feel a little bit better. But just when anything horrible happens, anything, just put it into perspective. Just think, would I rather have my mobile phone than my mum? And that's what keeps me going. I think, God, I'm swearing a lot. The mobile phone. I don't give a shit. If I had a choice between the both, I would pick my mum anytime. So that's what I want you to do. And do you know what? It takes away the pain of losing your phone, because see, it's there. When you start talking about sad things and things that have happened in your life, and you feel it. No, I'm not going to talk about that. No. I was going to mention my dad, but I think you can tell where I'm coming. If I could have my dad back and lose all the mobile phones in the world, or lose all the video footage in the world, I would. Anyway, that went downhill quick, didn't it? So there you go. Dark and stormy. Don't drink. I've only had like 3 mouthfuls of it, so I mean, God, it doesn't take me much, does it? Right, time to go to the beach and kill some fish. Time to go to the beach and kill some fish. Yeah, there's your empathy right there. I do hate it though when I've caught a fish. I do think, oh my God, you poor thing. Yellow guy, thank you so much. Are you really yellow? I've got a numb bum. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for helping me smile and cry at the same time. But I hope my metaphor, is that the right word? I would rather lose everything to have my family. So, if I've just taught you one thing in this video, after the hour I've been on, and if you just left this, you leave my channel, my video, with just gaining one little thing, I've done my job. So I'm going to go finish my can off, my dark and stormy, because it's sitting there getting warm. And when I first started doing lives, I was really nervous, and guys, you've just made me feel. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. It's hard because, you know, we've all been through pain, and this is why we can all sort of support each other, and we all know where we're all coming from, and that is what's empathy. That is empathy in itself. It's you now seeing me getting upset and you feeling how I feel. That's empathy. Narcissists will cry, but they'll cry about themselves. They won't cry about somebody else. We cry for others. And this is why I'll put myself out there. And I'm going to do a video about this person that's been mentioned, because I am so pissed off with what I've seen. I'll say no more. Right then, guys, I'm going to get off. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. And I've enjoyed it. I love chatting to you all. And I should get pissed more often. No. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got 14 people and 14 thumbs up. So the ratio's matched. Thank you very much, guys. Guys, I love you all, and thank you very much for your support. I think that's it. Have I covered everything? Yellow guy, text you. Tell you what you can do is, if you want to email me, toxicfree at... No, try that one again. toxicfree2017 at outlook.com. So if anybody needs to text, God, get it right. If anyone needs to email me, I'm a chat. I can have a chat in emails. I do invite people onto my Facebook page, but I'm very picky with who I invite, because there's so many different people I've seen so many support groups out there that have got thousands and thousands, and the abuse goes on in them. So I'm very picky with who comes into my Facebook support group. So if anyone does want to come in that I trust, I will talk and ask a few questions before you come in. I'm very fussy, but it just keeps you safe. it keeps people safe. So guys, shut me up. I'm going to go. Bye guys. I'm trying to find the messages again. Oh shit, I've done it again. That's not messages, that's twist the bloody camera around. I can't see anything. Bonker bonker. Have you just turned up now? Where have you been? I've only been on for an hour, honestly. Norma Thomas, love you. Thank you guys. Have a Bermuda-ful day. Again, anybody that writes in this comment I've not commented on, I'll reply down below. So if anybody ever in any of my videos writes anything and I don't reply to, I'm going to say very sorry now, but I will look through it afterwards and write below, or you can email me. Okay guys, have a beautiful day. Take care. Love you all.